Well, now that I'm driving the pickup truck more often, I'm just like, oh, are we gonna get wine? Look for the fuel saver because it's way cheaper.
I'm a little bit more classier than you there, Nick. I go. Where's that? Where's that shopping cart that has all like the old cheap stuff in it? Where's that shopping cart they always have out?
Oh man,
I've gotten
I
some good stuff in that shopping cart. I'll tell you that much.
yeah, yeah, man. I mean, people are like bougie and want to be like, oh, I like a finer wine. But if you put the finer wine label on that cheaper bottle, it people aren't gonna think anything different.
Yeah, half the people won't know the difference. Oh, we're
Uh,
streaming live.
what?
We're
Oh,
live
I better tweet then.
every time.
I won't be walking off screen today, Jesse.
Um, yeah, I know. I know you got limited space now.
Yeah.
What's the
Uh,
what brought on the change?
the I had to sit. I can't I can't stand for the whole time. I like sat during my team meeting today, and then we had the team lead meeting, and I was sitting for a while, and then I just had to stand. I was standing for like 15 or 20 minutes, but I just
Oh,
looked uncomfortable. Like
because
I
you're
was
back.
yeah, like
Yeah,
I just
duh.
I couldn't do it anymore. It was brutal. So I'm sitting with some lumbar support, and I've got a heating pad on, self-medicating with some wine. I am, yes, I am 50 years old. Oh, that is delicious.
I'm trying out different backgrounds
Tua?
to make my to make myself look less sickly. I think that might be racist.
Jesse wave. Perfect. I just hear Max snoring. I was gonna hashtag pro football juice. Jesus Christ.
Why wouldn't you? What do you mean? Instead of
Uh,
Juice Nation, you mean?
yeah.
What's wrong with you? How would anybody ever find it if you did that?
Beard, beards. I'm just gonna like, huh. Twitch streamers. Fuck it. I'm gonna dogs, wine, beer, sex. I'm just kidding. The sex part. Football. Keanu. Keanu
What
Reeves.
about cats, dude?
Fine cats. Sorry. Yes, cats.
Bill.
Bill the cat. Bill the cat. I wonder how many hashtags I can get out of this bitch.
Well, probably as many as the text limit will allow.
Nick. Jesse Nick. uh, oh, fuck it. NFL. Wednesday. Thank you.
You should do hashtag Super Bowl so that we get sued by the NFL.
Yes. Hashtag Super Bowl.
Because that would be the coolest thing that's ever happened to this podcast. That'd be like
Ha-
3 episodes right there talking about how we got a cease and desist
Yeah.
with
Hashtag
official NFL letterhead on it.
Grateful Dead. Primus. Fuck it. I don't know.
Primus. What?
Just came to my head. Fuck it.
It's quite a leap, by the way. Grateful
Gorilla.
Dead, the logical next step. Primus.
Gorillas for you.
There you go.
Cheers. Uh, hashtag. I'm doing hashtag.
Uh,
Hashtag.
do do Hashtag third rock from the sun.
Nice.
I,
Very nice.
I don't know where that one came from. I just thought of it. I don't know where.
I appreciate it. Third rock from the sun. Oh my god, can I do hashtag no one likes Eric Bieniemy? Did you just get the notification? Texans are hiring Ravens assistant David Culley to be team's next head coach.
I saw that he was the head person.
Yeah, Bleacher Report just reported out too. And here comes the text from Scott, which I get, man. Watson is still leaving Houston. Okay, tweet posted, and I'm gonna go and retweet because I'm that kind of person.
I don't even get our tweets.
Oh, I usually have to go searching for them.
I feel like I used to.
Probably because I've just taken it over.
Yeah, but I mean, I would at least get one saying that Pro Football Juice said something, you know. See, like the first thing that comes up. Yes. The first thing that comes up. Stop it.
What's the first one that comes up then? Gross.
The first, yeah. The first thing that comes up on my Twitter is the one you just posted.
Weird.
Well, now it's not. Now it's a picture of like like an Angelina Jolie's tits or something. But right below, oh, that was a promoted one. See, look.
Yeah. Yeah, that was the one that Pro Football. I tweeted that out as Pro Football Juice.
Yeah, and I'm gonna retweet. Yeah, I used to do that all the time because it would.
I didn't know the helmet was removable.
For what?
My Tony Romo Funko.
Oh.
I've never. This is the only one that I haven't taken out of the packaging because it was like 40 bones. Even though it's already opened, so like, what's the point? And I'm never gonna resell it.
The only one that I still have in the box is the Michael Bolton and Samir Office one, Office Space one that has a printer in the middle. I mean, I just have to set it up the way it is in the box anyway, so might as well leave it in the box.
Yeah, yeah. I've got all my horror Funkos up there.
Nice.
And I got them in order. My brother put them in this order, but I got them in order of creation. Started with Michael Myers, ending with the Trick or Treat Sam from Trick or Treat.
Nice.
And he got me a jigsaw. He got me Sam, not Sam. Jesus Christ, his name's like not what you'd think it would be, because it should be John Kramer, but or who was his son? Gideon. It should be Gideon because Gideon was the son that John Kramer lost, and he created the doll for it. But his like the doll's name was like fucking like Pete or some shit like that. It's weird. It doesn't make any sense.
From what?
Saw.
Oh. I see. So the puppet's name's not Jigsaw?
No.
What's Jigsaw then?
John Kramer.
Oh. But the puppet has its own name?
Yeah.
Seems dumb.
And I don't know who created the name. Yeah, no, I can't. Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you on that one, brother. Oh, we liked my soccer shorts. See?
Hey.
See what happens when you put 1,000 hashtags in something?
Yep, you're bound to snag somebody.
You get results. You get results.
Hashtags get results.
We should start doing hashtag OnlyFans in our fucking thing because we have an OnlyFans account.
That's true. Okay, let's start this up because I want to talk some stupid ass shit right here.
Let's do it.
I'll play the music. thusly.
Welcome to Pro Football Juice with your hosts, Nick and Jesse.
Hey, Jesse, notice how I didn't talk during that intro, babe?
I did, except for you did a little bit to Brittany right at the beginning of it.
Well, I didn't think you'd hear me. She was
Well, I
asking
did.
me-
You were still talking. Remember when you said,
Exactly.
"See how I didn't talk, but you did talk."
She was asking me if this dog toy that she made is too long. And it's like 18 inches long.
Hey
Look at that
yo!
Look at that fucking thing.
I want to. Do you think it would be? Do you think it would hurt this camera if I shone this laser directly into it?
Try it.
Let's see if I can do it.
I'm even looking into your. Oh!
Whoa, we're gonna have to put an epilepsy alert on this thing.
Yes, we will. Holy shit, that's fun. I'm going to. I gotta get the Twitch feed up on the other window.
What's up, everyone? Oh, there is a already. Oh, we'll get into it. What's up, Juice Nation? It's me, Jesse, and that's Nick over there with the shirt and the head. What are you drinking, Nick?
Oh, me?
What are you drinking, Nick?
Whoa.
Oh, where you at?
What are you drinking?
Uh-oh. You started an infinite loop.
No, I didn't. We're good.
Mike, is the infinite loop still happening?
Well,
Oh, he said, nah, we're good.
Okay, cool. Me?
man.
Oh, me? I'm taking it back. Yeah. I grabbed the wrong thing. I should have grabbed my wine bottle. My God. Okay, I am drinking red wine. It is a 1924 limited edition bourbon barrel aged double black Cabernet Sauvignon from 2018.
Ooh, that was a good year. That takes me back.
It's delicious. 2018 was a good year. It was the year of my vasectomy. I was down into like 185. It was the healthiest year of my life.
That was season 4 of Pro Football Juice.
Yeah, I mean, we were killing it. We were killing it in volleyball. This was one. It was 1 year before Mike got concussed.
Are you sure it was 1 year before, or was it the year that Mike got concussed?
I thought he got concussed during 2019.
Yeah, that could be. Who can remember?
I know. Well, maybe. I mean, probably not Mike because he was concussed.
Yeah, he definitely doesn't remember.
Yeah. 2019. Yep. See, he does remember. Good.
Yeah.
Good. Good for him.
2018 was a good year. It just went downhill from there.
Hey, Jesse.
Yeah?
What are you drinking with your fucking fingerless gloves? You. What the fuck? And those, you totally took those from the hospital.
I may have forgotten to give them back.
I get it. Emily took hers. I used hers for like, well, nothing. I tried using them for some shit, but they're too small. Jesus. Yeah, I can't compare. Oh wait, I've got these glasses. So I'm using Brittany's desk tonight. So whatever I grab around me is what she uses during work. So, wow, this is just.
Wow.
I'm a completely different person with glasses. This week on just in on NPR, news around the world, stuff happening, danger, but it's
What?
I'm gotta calm down too much. Today on NPR, the world is chaos, volcanoes erupting, people dying, children being eaten by alligators.
What?
What?
I said what? You calmed down too, so I had to calm down.
Oh, oh yeah, that's true. We could try doing this whole podcast NPR style, and then Patrick Mahomes won the game, but it wasn't just Patrick Mahomes. It was Nicole Hardman. It was a team effort. It was the Kansas City Chiefs. Actually,
In
that's
other
not
related news, my dog died.
bad. Oh,
Just kidding.
not.
I took it down a bit. And look, you see it? Remember when I was trying to pick a color so that I could make my face look lifelike, I picked orange. You can see it in my sunglasses.
Did you like jack the display, the brightness on your display?
No, I opened up Paint and filled the screen, and then hit the paint bucket to fill it. So that's all I did.
Yeah, no, but like, did you brighten the screen so the orange reflected on your face?
No, it's bright enough.
Do I look old as fuck with these glasses? By the way, I sort of think that I might look like my bearded, more-haired father. Like, I just look old. I feel like I'm like a robe away from having stacks of newspaper and yelling at the kids to get away from my fucking yard.
You already do that.
Do right now.
You already do yell at the kids for getting away from your yard.
Wow, this is a game changer. These glasses.
I don't know. They look pretty good, dog. I mean,
Yeah, I don't hate them. I really don't hate them. I just kind of look older. I feel like I should start smoking a pipe, and not the fun kind. But then I'm reading more books and then talking about the books that I've read to make it sound like I'm intellectual. Be like, yes, I read 28 books this year, and one of them was about whales. It's just like I'm that guy now with the glasses.
I read a very interesting coffee table book the other day on farmland.
Oh, have you checked out NPR's Tiny Desk concert series? There was this wonderful performance by a jazz flutist.
I kind of feel like NPR goes a little bit over the edge sometimes.
I do think
I tend to stay away.
I get it. They're often a little too crazy for me. Michael, and other viewer that we have, which is actually me on the other Twitch stream. What is it that you are drinking this evening?
It's fun because I haven't done mine yet, Nick.
Justin, what are you drinking?
Gosh, just been waiting. Drinking with fingerless gloves, even. I'm drinking a Saturday Morning Cherries, a smoothie sour series from Back Pocket Brewing in Iowa City, Iowa. Oh, technically, Coralville, Iowa.
No,
It's actually pretty delicious.
Yeah? Is it? But it's not a sour?
It is a sour.
Oh, okay. Does it have that sour
It's
aftertaste?
a smoothie sour.
Oh, it kind of sounds refreshing and delicious.
It is. Ooh, Michael's drinking a Sprite because he plays a lot of NBA 2K.
Mike, and this is me looking at the camera because I want to talk deep in your soul. It's Wednesday night, son. If we're drinking, you're drinking. Come on, man, join the party.
How about a boosh?
You can add some vodka to that Sprite. Tito's and Sprite, dog.
How about a boosh? I brought some. I bought some Bush. I brought it home and didn't realize that I bought 16-ounce cans, but just means I like to party and don't even know
Yeah.
it.
You know, shit. Man. Hey, have you seen, oh my God, we'll go back to me. Anyway, keep moving on.
Hey,
I gotta remember the fucking name. The Gentleman. Have you seen The Gentleman?
who's that having it?
Matthew McConaughey, Charlie Hunnam.
Charlie Shondom?
No. Nice. No, well, I mean, anyway, so have you seen the movie?
It's got Bobby Boucher and Michael Chandon in it.
No, it's got Matthew McConaughey. God damn it, Jesse, you're fucking me up. I got so distracted by your beautiful face with the glasses on that I forgot what the fuck I was talking about.
The movie The Gentleman with Bobby Boucher and Michael Chandon that you keep talking about.
Anyway, Matthew McConaughey talks about weed and the way he says bush, and the way he says bush just reminds me of the way you say bush. Like, it's just like he goes like, I know the bush, and I'm just like, Jesse. I'm pretty sure he stole that from you, Jesse.
Probably stole it from this show.
Probably. I mean, we have a wide fan base.
Well, basically what it is, it's
mighty.
It's very a tight-knit group of people, but there's also like an offshoot that's like a Hollywood underground group major Hollywood hitters that watch the show but don't acknowledge it publicly.
I'd like
Which-
to call those people like wannabes because I think they want to be us. Like, I don't know. I think Matthew McConaughey wants to be us. I think he thinks in the morning sometimes, you know what? I'm tired of these abs. I wish I could trade them in for just a normal dad bod or, whatever, some more chest hair.
Yeah, I think also that we're younger than him, so he wants to just like take over our bodies and then transform them into beautiful people.
I'm so thrown off by my new glasses look. It took me a second to realize I'm younger than Matthew McConaughey.
I believe we are we not?
Oh yeah, dude! Like he was in Texas Chainsaw Massacre 3 in like 1990 or 92 or
Oh
whatever.
yeah, he's 51.
Yeah, So no, I don't have to question it. I just know how I know he's older than me. It's
Well,
because
I know how he's not older than you. You don't drive a goddamn Lincoln, for God's sakes.
he can't
like-
afford a Lincoln.
Freaking Matthew McConaughey turns 50 and says like, I like Lincolns and prunes.
Hey, do you think he drives a Lincoln because he was in the movie Lincoln Lawyer?
I think he drives a Lincoln because they paid him a fuckload of money.
Yeah.
And then he tries to play it off like I've been driving a Lincoln for years.
That's just who I am, Matthew McConaughey.
I drive a Lincoln whether they paid me or not. That's my Matthew.
But that is
McConaughey.
not a Matthew McConaughey.
Oh, that's
You've got a sexy Southern draw, not a Southern hillbilly Southern draw. Can I help you, Brittany? Brittany's back here just dying. She fucking never laughs at the podcast, but apparently she pays attention to one podcast and she's dying. She gave me the finger now.
Frost Yourself. That's a movie from a Matthew McConaughey movie that I absolutely hate to my core.
What movie?
It's it was in his rom-com years.
How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days.
Yes.
I saw that movie so many times because of the girl I was dating. I actually started to like it.
So this is a oh my god, I hate it with a passion. So so it's the scene where he's like trying to figure out the next blockbuster fucking diamond fucking slogan, and he comes out, he goes, whoa, 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 whoa. Frost yourself. That was more like a George W. Bush. I was even trying to like zone it in, and it still came out George W. Bush. And I was like, that's the most idiotic diamond slogan I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah. Yeah.
He was good in Frailty.
I did like Frailty.
So there.
I saw way too many rom-coms growing up. I saw Legally Blonde 2 in theaters. I saw How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days, I think maybe in theaters. I saw fucking Failure to Launch in theaters. All because of the girl I was dating at the time. But also it helped me open, like, I would never have seen Terry Bradshaw's ass if it weren't for that. And now I can say I've seen it.
Yeah, but wouldn't you rather be able to say that you haven't seen it?
No.
Oh, God.
No, I mean, like, pretty much tell me that, like, someone's like, you know that there are nudes of Oprah online? I'm going to be like, no, but I'm going to find out because, like, a curiosity. Hey, did you get their nudes?
I actually did that with, did that true story with,
out.
I did that with Roseanne, true story.
Oh, God, don't tell me that there are nude Roseanne photos.
Yeah, because she did Playboy once.
I mean, like, you told me, I don't know if it was you or somebody, but someone told me that Ron Jeremy got his start in porn by sucking himself up. So, of course, I had to find out if
that's why they call him the Hedgehog.
I know, and it is a weird fucking thing to see, Jesse. But I'm one of those guys that has to see it to believe it. So now knowing that apparently there's Roseanne Barr nudes, I guess I know what I'm looking at after this podcast. Fuck.
Yeah.
Thank you for that, Jesse.
You're welcome.
It couldn't have been like, hey, did you hear about the Amber Heard nudes that were released?
Why would I? Why would you be interested in that?
I don't know. It was just the first name that popped in my head. We haven't talked about football really much at all.
No,
But also,
no.
I mean, like, what is there to talk about? There were 2 games this weekend. Both were pretty good games. Well, the first game was a good game. I really don't necessarily think the Bills Chiefs game was a very good game.
It started to be until it wasn't.
It never really was. Like, it was. Like, okay, sorry, I take that back. The first quarter, I would say it was a game. And then it became apparent in the second quarter that the Chiefs were just trying to fuck with the Bills. And then in the third and fourth quarter, it was just the Chiefs having fun with the Bills. I don't know.
Yeah, well, you know what it is.
I don't even think you were paying attention to what I was just saying.
I was sort of paying attention, and that Roseanne Barr thing might have been a hoax.
Okay, thank God. I can't believe you were looking that up when I was bearing my football soul to you, Jesse, and having a conversation with you.
No, you weren't. You're talking about how the one game was a good game, and then the KC Bills game wasn't very good. That's all you said, dog. Let's not, dog. Let's not. Oh, you put the hat on, huh?
Trying the hat with the glasses.
Okay, I guess
feel like I'm
this
just gonna get
podcast turned into a fashion show. That's what happened. Hey, by the way, you're not even talking about the biggest news to happen to you since last year.
Dan Quinn getting hired as the defensive coordinator? That was so
Or
weird.
2 years ago. No, Jason Witten retiring again.
Oh yeah. Yeah, he's signing with the Cowboys for 1 day to retire as a Cowboy.
Standard procedure. Pretty cool. I like the 1 day contract thing where you can go back to the team that you want to retire with and are able to.
I agree.
Do you see this whole thing about Chad Wheeler? Chad Wheeler is
Yes, I have. I have it up on my screen as well.
He has a Seattle offensive lineman. Was a offensive lineman for Seahawks who allegedly assaulted and strangled a woman after asking her to bow to him. The Seahawks must think he's pretty guilty because they already cut him and have released a statement condemning his actions.
Yeah. A lot of dirtbags out there, Jesse. A lot of dirtbags.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Speaking of dirtbags, people be blowing up about Aaron Rodgers being a baby after that game and having an interview saying like, "Oh, my future's not certain. Oh, my future's not certain either." Oh.
You know what?
And everyone's like, "Oh, he wants to get out. He's going to be traded." And I'm like, "No. Stop it."
You know what I was thinking about? I was actually thinking about that earlier today because I saw one Bleacher Report article saying that the best thing the Cowboys could do is let Dak walk. And then
I saw
people were
that.
like, who's Dak going to play for? And then I thought to myself today, what if they let Dak go, give Aaron Rodgers a pretty large 4-year contract, 4 or 5 year contract? How would I feel about that? And I was sitting thinking about that, and I'm just like, I think I would still be a little upset. But also, you've got one of the best quarterbacks in the league with our wide receiver core. I would be so torn on the situation.
Well,
Because,
the problem is,
I don't think he's going anywhere, though.
well, and you're not going to be able to pay in the free agent market or the trade market or something. You're not going to be. First, you're going to have to give up a boatload because he's still under contract. You're not going to release him or anything. So there goes like your first round picks for this year and then like 2 years from now.
Well, he wants a new contract. He wants a new contract.
That's the other thing. The contract that he wants, or extension, or whatever it is he wants, is going to be way more money than you would pay Dak. So you might as well just pay Dak.
Yeah. If I like know Dak is coming back as strong as he was, I would pay Dak over Aaron Rodgers at this point without even question.
Well, you can't look at like what's going to happen right now. Like Aaron Rodgers is going to be probably at the level he's at now for at least 2 more years, right? Or at least a
Yeah.
year. But after that, you don't know. You don't know what you have. He could be a Tom Brady. He could be a Drew Brees, or he could just not.
Oh man, speaking of Tom Brady, I don't know if we were gonna do a Brandon Man of the Hour, but I'm pretty sure I'm just making him my fucking man. Like, dude, he's going to his 10th Super Bowl, or is it his 11th?
I think this will be 11. No, this will be 10
That's
because
just
he's
like
because he's
that's
6-3, I believe.
he's going to a Super Bowl with a different team, and it's a different fucking conference.
The next year, the very next year.
The very next year, it's insane. And obviously, yes, he has a ton of weapons around him, but he still helped them get there. And I really wish we were talking about Brady. Like, I wish the Bucks game had ended after halftime because like that first half Tom Brady was fantastic. That second half Tom Brady was garbage.
I thought it was going to be an absolute blowout.
Because yeah, like by Green Bay or are you
No,
talking
I
about
thought.
the game?
Oh no, I thought Tampa Bay was going to beat the ever loving garbage out of. Or sorry, Tampa Bay was going to beat the ever loving garbage out of Green Bay. The way that they were just clicking and firing, and like
Yeah.
Green Bay couldn't do anything, and then they let them come back, and I'm like, oh, here we go.
Yeah, I was really like it like felt weird. The fact that like Brady was just throw the interceptions that Brady threw all looked like stupid throws that Brady wouldn't throw normally. Like they just seemed weird. Like one of them was just a throw up in the air and it got picked. They all just seemed like someone at halftime was like, Bruce Arians, you need to slow it down a little bit. You need to give Green Bay a chance to come back. Like for some reason, it just seemed weird. Like I don't know. It just seemed something about it seemed off and different. And I texted you guys about it, and like it was probably just like me reading into shit. But it was almost like a completely different team after halftime on both sides of the ball. But then like the Bucks were still doing just enough to be able to win.
Well, you could say the same thing for uh, like no, never mind, nothing.
I
Well,
mean, I guess the NFL has set up this really great narrative of being like the greatest quarterback of all time and possibly the future greatest quarterback of all time, facing off each other, facing off against possibly the last Super Bowl Tom Brady will be ever be in. I guess
yeah,
it's
I
like
mean,
a great narrative.
yeah, I mean that's the story in itself because like in their football careers, it is 2-2. Like they both won 2 games when they faced each other. Um, so you could view it as Patrick Mahomes winning the game and Tom Brady then passing him the torch, right?
Yeah,
You could view it as, you know, I feel like it would be almost a bad thing for to have Tom Brady win this because it'd be like Patrick Mahomes will always have the he has a losing record to Tom Brady, like so he'll never.
I don't know. I'm really pulling for Tom Brady in this one. I want to see him win one more Super Bowl because man, that's just gonna be fucking impressive, especially if he loses. Like because the Chiefs, I think the Chiefs need to be taken down a peg. The Chiefs they're like, they're playing football at such a high level that they're like, and I get it, they're having fun, but I don't feel like they're having to like, they don't have a challenge. They don't have a football team to challenge who they are right now.
It kind of reminds me of remember that year that the Cam Newton MVP year when that team looked like they were having so much fun and horsing around and doing this and doing that, um, and they looked unstoppable. It's like that except for Kansas City truly is unstoppable.
Yeah, yeah,
And I mean, you could see it. Like you could see them, like because they were down right away, and it looked like they were out of sync, looked like they were, not as good, but then they're like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and murder all of you now. It's time for you guys to be murdered."
We got a message from Jelmstep saying I only have a minute, but I love the Primus hashtag.
Yeah.
Oh
Nice.
yes, I know how to get people in, Jesse.
Oh, also about that, going back to that, I don't think you saw it, but Mike had said, "Now you can talk shit to Alexis about all your followers."
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, they're not mine. Jump steps and look at Nick with the glasses. I took over Brittany's death, so I'm using her glasses, and it's making me look. I think people are taking me serious now. I'm gonna show up, Mike. I'm gonna show up to our lead meeting wearing these. People are gonna be fucking paying attention. They're gonna be like, "Goddamn, Nick knows what he's talking about."
And all that remains of Brittany is a shadow on the wall.
Yeah, just her shadow. Keep your hand
Sometimes,
back. Shadow only.
sometimes you can hear a giggle in the wind.
Just paint eyes on them and sleep is what Mike said. Man, that'd be great. Except I'd always wake up when Mike starts talking. I'd pick out that sultry voice out of anywhere. Just gonna leave that hanging out there.
I'm not gonna add anything to it
Yeah.
because I agree 100%.
Yeah. Oh, hey man, I gotta say, Mike, your hair today was glorious. Like it was flowing like you had just washed and conditioned it, and like you used a hair dryer on it, man. It looks solid. I really wanted to commend you on it. Joseph says "Giggle in the Wind" is a great band name. It is a great band. Oh, Jesse's opening up a bush. If you couldn't tell, fans.
16 ouncer. Or I have like tiny hands. Maybe I just have tiny hands.
Well, I mean that's possibly true. Jumstep, are you drinking anything? I'm gonna leave an empty wine bottle at your desk tomorrow morning, Brittany.
No, what you do is you leave it behind her somewhere, so when she's in a meeting, like they can see like wine bottles strewn about the room.
Yeah. Jumpstep's just drinking water. That's
H core. That's H core right there.
yeah. I mean, I guess he's playing it safe. He's playing it safe. And he's off to work. Oh,
All right.
Mike's got a bush.
Right, jump step. See, the thing is, Mike, what we got to do is we both have to drink 16 ounces and 12 ounces until like the amount that we've drank is the same. So 12x plus 12y equals z. We just have to figure out what z is. No, wait. 12x plus 16y equals z. If we figure out what z is, then we'll get to know what x and y are. And then you'll have to drink x and I'll have to drink y, and then we'll figure it out.
Are you broken?
No, dude, I just figured it out, dog.
Are you trying to beautiful mind this shit?
Let's see. If... Where's my abacus?
Nice job.
Hey, guy, did you hear that Jared Goff and John Wolford are gonna have a quarterback competition in training camp? And that is if Jared Goff's even in training camp, because the GM said that Goff is a Ram at this moment and doesn't know what the future holds.
Oh
There's
man,
gonna
I
be
did not know that.
There's either gonna be a boatload of quarterbacks just changing hands. They're gonna change hands like teams trade coaches around, or there's gonna be no quarterback changes, or there's gonna be like some.
Yep. That is how that could go. Well, so there are, I was looking at one of these things I was looking at was Bleacher Report's predicting the offseason carousel, and so they predict possibly Cam with the Washington football team,
Mm-hmm.
Jacoby Brissett back with the Patriots,
Mm-hmm.
Fitzpatrick staying with Miami, Dak staying with Dallas, Rodgers staying with Green Bay, Matt Stafford going to Indianapolis. So
Okay.
Matt Stafford and the Lions have both mutually requested a trade. Trubisky staying with the Chicago Bears, Deshaun staying with Houston, and
I don't see that.
Jameis starting for New Orleans.
I don't see. I see all of that as being possible, but I can't. I don't think there's a scenario where Houston keeps Watson, right?
So like, what if Houston and the Cowboys decide to trade Dak and Watson straight up and just leave it?
Yeah, it's not gonna
Like,
happen.
just go to straight 1-for-1 trade. I'd be down with that.
It's not gonna happen. So
I mean, I like Dak. I love Dak, but I am nervous about him coming back from compounded fracture.
it's you should be, but there's no way that Houston's just gonna trade for an injured Dak straight up. You're living in a fantasy land.
The jump set before he peaced out said one last thing. Not sure I want a brittle bone Stafford now. I don't know. Like I don't need a quarterback because we have Dak if we can re-sign Dak. But I mean, like Stafford's a hell of a quarterback, and yeah, like he'll still play injured. He gets injured often, I would think, but not like major injury often anymore. He used to at the beginning of his career. But I'd take Matt Stafford if I was a team that needed a quarterback. Like if I was New England, I would try to get Matt Stafford. If I was Indianapolis, I'd try to get Matt Stafford. I know Danielle doesn't really want Matt Stafford because she wants someone like younger, but like Matt Stafford's probably got another handful of years in him. 5 years maybe, 5 to 7.
Mm-hmm.
Or if you're Brady, 12.
Mm-hmm. That makes sense.
Oh man, did you see the thing that he was when Brady won his first Super Bowl? Patrick Mahomes was 6 years old. Patrick Mahomes was in kindergarten when Tom Brady won his first. That's fucking insane.
You want to hear something else crazy? Like he's Patrick Mahomes is younger than Tom Brady's son.
What?
Well, did you see his son? His son's like after the game. There's a video of him like hugging his son and saying, "Can I talk to my son?" And his son came down. There's no way his. Wait a second. How old did you say Patrick Mahomes was?
I don't know. He was 6 years old when Brady won his first Super Bowl. So I thought Mahomes was like 23 or something. I'll look it up.
No, okay, then I'm wrong. I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking about it in a dumb way.
Mahomes is 25.
Yeah, I'm thinking about it in a very stupid way. I don't even remember what I said.
Brady does not have a 23-year-old kid.
No. His oldest is 13.
Still though, so he's got a kid that's half the age of the quarterback that he's facing.
Right.
That's Brady. Hey,
Well, think about this.
What?
Like Antoine Winfield Jr. Is a rookie this year. When did Antoine Winfield Sr. retire? It couldn't have been. What did he? Oh God, it couldn't have been that long ago.
this is all just kind of funny. It like reminds me of the I saw it's not football related, but I saw this thing saying that since the Lakers had locked LeBron up for the next few years, on LeBron's final year of his contract, would be the rookie year of his son if he played. So he has a chance to play with his son on the Lakers if the Lakers signed his son.
Jeez.
And I saw that, I was like, that's fucking crazy.
So Antoine Winfield retired in 2013.
Yeah, that's 7 years removed. That's not that far.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty crazy.
Or 8 years, whatever. Oh, pretty close. Oh, look at all those grays.
It's like anatomy over here. Grey's
Oh,
Anatomy.
Mike is referencing a Ken Griffey reference. Griffey Senior and Junior. Is that what you're going at? Going at playing it. Same old
Is that how you're going after it? Oh, you know what? You know what I learned today?
Anything?
No, only one thing, and this is the thing. I learned that when you're making glass, blowing glass, if you will, that the kiln that you use to put the stick in that has the glass on the end is called a glory hole.
No, you're making that up.
I am not making that up.
No, are you serious?
Not making that up. That is 100% true. I learned it because I started watching a Netflix glass blowing show called Blown Away. It's like a competition with glass blowers, and they're like, each station is equipped with its personal glory hole. And I go, say
Oh
what?
my god!
What was that then?
That that is amazing.
And they
Holy shit!
And they say it at the beginning of every episode, and I cannot get over it.
Wow, that's great. Wow, man. I'm really hoping out of nowhere you just see a donger in a hole at one point.
Well, someone's. What happened was that someone requested a penis-shaped glass, sculpture, and they put it in that hole, and they're like, "Oh, oh." So dictionary.com defines glory hole as one, an untidy storage place, especially a room or cupboard. Two, a small furnace used to keep glass malleable so that it can be worked.
But nothing about a fuck hole.
Three, a hole in the wall which fellatio or masturbation is conducted incognito.
Was that really in there?
That is in there. No, that is in there.
Excellent. Good. Good. Fucking glory hole. You type in glory hole on Google. Your first pop up isn't gonna be a fucking kiln. It's gonna be a hole where randos get their dick sucked.
Here's another thing too. Both the untidy storage space one and the hole in the wall one are informal definitions of it. They're informal one. The only one that is a formal definition is a small furnace used to keep glass malleable so that it can be worked.
I would also like to let Juice Nation know that I'm not anti glory hole. I'm pro glory hole.
Why
man.
would you be?
Just because I kind of sounded like I was a little angry towards glory holes. I'm not. Glory holes are great. I mean, not that I know for personal experience. I just imagine glory holes are great.
I looked it up on Wikipedia.
You Googled glory hole?
No, I looked it up on Wikipedia. It was a direct link. I did Google it to find out the definition, but I didn't Google image it. I just Googled it. And then the second one was a Wikipedia thing. And Wikipedia has a picture of one. It is like a glory hole in a restroom stall. And it looks absolutely disgusting.
Like a hole with duct tape and stuff?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. It's not even duct
Share
tape.
that bad boy at least on Zoom?
It's not even, what's that?
You want to share that bad boy at least with me on Zoom?
So a glory, the glory hole isn't even that. It's not even duct tape. It's like that brown packaging tape.
Ooh.
So it looks particularly awful.
Do you think each individual user of a glory hole spits on the glory hole or uses lube, and then people are just sharing each other's glory hole?
You wouldn't need to spit on a glory hole. You know?
Yeah, but you don't want to raw dog a glory hole. That
Well,
would,
you're not.
God, that looks seedy.
But you're not doing the glory hole. You're putting your business into the glory hole, and it's usually right. It's big, so it's all for all your stuff, right? And then
Yeah,
the
that's
other
a big
person.
fucking glory hole.
Well, yeah, it's because it's the person on the other side that's doing the stuff. You don't do the stuff with the hole.
Yeah, but I mean, like, I get, yeah. Man, who knew? I did not think we were going to talk about glory holes on this podcast.
Yeah, but come on.
Would you ever like, you're a single guy, would you ever visit a glory hole?
Oh. No. Definitely not if it looked like that picture in Wikipedia.
Yeah, it would have to be a lot classier. I would need some fucking candles. I would need some assurances that my dick wasn't gonna get cut off as soon as I entered said glory hole.
Correct. I was
Actually,
listening.
like it was gonna get grabbed and taken, and like, you weren't gonna get it back unless you paid a fee.
I was listening to the. I don't remember what it's called, but it's Nikki Glazer's. She's a stand-up comic. She has a podcast. And I was listening to it one day randomly, and glory holes came up, and she was talking to one of the, because in podcasts there's usually a bunch of people in the room nowadays, and she's like, "Oh, you've been to a glory hole, don't you?" And he's like, "Yeah, I went to one of my, I went to one of my favorite glory holes just the other day." So they started talking about it. This is in like New York or whatever.
Yeah, classic.
Well, they must be prevalent. And he's like, basically what happens is you walk into the bathroom and you kind of make eye contact with one of the guys. And he's talking about his guys, all these guys lined up. And he just like gave him a wink. And then the other guy gave him a nod. And then they both went into the stalls next to each other, went about the business, and walked out.
I gotta tell you, man, that sounds like clean, easy, like no conversation. I don't know, man. I kind of think glory holes might be the way of the future. Like, no offense, and obviously, I mean, like, no offense, but God, that sounds super easy. Just a quick way to bust a nut with
Who's no offense?
complications. Oh, it's no offense, cousin, distant cousin.
Oh, nice one. But
Okay.
I mean, I feel like, and oh god, this is gonna get me in trouble. Uh, okay, I'm reading this Wikipedia article. It says, in more recent years, public glory holes have faded in popularity in many countries, though some gay websites offer directories of the remaining glory holes. So, to me that says that, like, if those websites are have directories of it, it might have been taken over by like the, I don't know, the homosexual population. Maybe, I don't know, but don't you think it's more common to have one of those than it would be to have a heterosexual one? Like a bunch of women lined up, and then it's a glory hole thing. You'd think that would just be like a like what you would find in a Las Vegas cat house or something.
See, like, I'm wondering though if we have that thought because that's what kind of like society has led us to believe about like glory holes and homosexuality, and that's like that's the connection between the two. But yeah, I mean, obviously, like, I don't know, for some reason, if I think I'm gonna stick my dick in a hole, I don't really know who I'm gonna get to touch it. Like, that's the beauty of a glory hole. It's the mystery of it. Like,
Yeah, but
it's kind of like a bi person's fucking like puzzle box or
sure.
a mystery box. Like, it's, I don't know. I
Well,
kind of think a glory hole is kind of fun because of the mystery of it. You don't know who's gonna do it, and also just the fact that the thrill of sticking your bare penis in an empty hole in a building you've never been to. Like, I don't know.
yeah, no, I get that. I get that 100%. Um, I get that 100%. But to me, and I think this is just because of the growing, like, OnlyFans and online dating and all that kind of stuff, that this would be more prevalent for, like, the people who would be waiting on the other side for it probably wouldn't be women.
Probably not.
Like, that's just the overall thing. I'm like, because women now are more empowered, right? And they wouldn't need, like, first of all, they don't need to do that.
Yeah.
Just go to a bar and pick one out. You don't have to just wait for a random one to come in. You just go get one.
Hey, but maybe they're into that though. Like, that's the.
Oh yeah,
that's
that could be.
the-
That could be.
Like, a good friend of mine has like, I don't know if he coined the phrase, but I'm saying he coined the phrase post nut clarity. Like, there's like you're into what you're into when you're turned on, and when it
Yeah,
comes to sex, and then you bust that nut, and then you're just like, what did I just do?
Well,
You
that's
got
a Dan Harmon thing.
the
that's
post
his-
nut clarity.
Yeah, that's his Sharpie in the butt story.
Yeah, okay. I have heard that. I have heard
Like
that.
he's like, he just want to know what it'd feel like to have a Sharpie in the butt, and it was great. And then he nutted, and he was like, I nutted, right? But I have a Sharpie in my butt.
What podcast is this? I love it. This is great. We're tackling everything from Sharpies in the butt to glory holes, talking about football. Fuck it.
I just wanted to point out that the name of a glass blowing furnace is called a glory hole.
Oh my god, that is where this started.
By the way, that Blown Away show on Netflix is pretty good.
Yeah?
Oh, Brienne. Way to print something during the podcast.
Hi, Brian.
No, she's not even down here. She's upstairs and she remote printed. Brienne! Oh, she's saying she didn't print anything. Brienne!
Hey, Jesse.
What?
Have you seen the Justin Jefferson, AJ Brown trash talk stuff?
I think it's stupid.
First of all, I was chuckling. Sorry.
No, all the same is. I was gonna talk about that later because it's all part. This is all officially part of Pro Bowl week, and
Yeah.
I feel like it's the dumbest thing I've ever seen.
when I first started reading about it, I was like, why is AJ Brown giving Justin Jefferson shit? And then what AJ Brown said, I was like, all right, good point. Because Justin Jefferson said AJ didn't have nearly as many yards as I had my first year, so I don't want to hear none of that. And then AJ Brown said, I'm a fan, no lie. You doing 1,400 yards is great, but you getting 10 targets a game, give me 10 targets a game. It's fucking true though. Like Justin Jefferson did was great, but he also got a shitload of targets to get those numbers.
Yeah, but the other part about that is, they went on to argue that like, oh, I didn't get thrown to because I have Derrick Henry and they're a passing team. The Vikings are, and I'm like, no, they're not. We have Dalvin Cook, and we are also a running team.
Yeah.
Where it's like maybe if you were open more, you would get those throws. How about that?
I think Justin Jefferson. I think it's too early to say if Justin Jefferson is going to be a better wide receiver than AJ Brown. I want to see.
Well,
what he
yeah,
does.
we just found out now that AJ Brown is a good wide receiver. Like
That's true. And like what last year was his first season, right?
AJ Brown, I think might have been, yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, AJ Brown was pretty good last year.
He was injured off and on last season. I thought.
Last year, no, he was injured. He only played 14 games this season and played 16 last season. Well, he's pretty consistent. Last year he had 84 or 52 receptions and 1,051 yards, and this season he had 1,075. By the way, I just want to go back to glory holes for a second, and who's that?
That's Emily.
Emily, we were talking about glory holes.
Yeah, we talked about glory holes for like 15 minutes.
By the way, I just want to say that if you are into glory holes, whether you be heterosexual or homosexual or everything in between, you do you, and more power to you.
Yeah, man. Nothing against glory holes. If that's, like anonymous nutting. Come on, man. That's the dream.
You should just. That's what you should look. That's what you should Google. Anonymous nutting.
Anonymous nutting. There's another band name.
Yeah, I was just gonna say. Yeah. Anonymous nutting.
Speaking of anonymous nutting, hey Emily, how about you take that coat off?
Heyo. Wait a second. I was looking at something else, and I just now put those two things together. I said Ayo by reflex, but
Oh man, fantastic. Oh great.
how many targets did he have, by the way?
Who?
Jefferson.
I don't know. I was just like invested in the trash talk story. I didn't look at the actual like shit.
I'm curious because yeah. So
You right?
uh,
Oh my god. Hey, well, Jesse's burping a shitload. The Seahawks hired the quarterback coach or something from the Rams, Shane Waldron.
mhm.
Which I'm always weirded out when division rivals hire coaches from other division rivals. It's weird. Callahan did it when he left. I don't think it was Robert. Fuck, I'm blanking on the name. Tom Callahan. I don't know. Callahan did it when he left the Cowboys for the former Washington Redskins.
For what?
Where are you going, Emily? Oh, an offensive line coach.
That Callahan, by the way, is an excellent offensive line coach.
Oh yeah, he's one of the best of all time.
That imagine look what he left Cowboys and they suck now. And he went to the Redskins and the Redskins have a pretty solid offensive line except for they let Trent Williams go because just because the Washington football team organization is a bunch of dipshits and don't care about their players, but they still had a pretty decent offensive line without him.
Yeah, they sure did. They sure did.
First of all, they got the Iowa offensive lineman who Brandon,
Yeah,
is that his name? Oh, Sheriff.
yeah.
Yeah.
Brandon Scherff.
He was money, and he's a free agent, and I want the Vikings to get him now.
Is he really a free agent?
Yes.
I want the Cowboys to get him right
No.
now. Yes.
No.
Jesse, fuck your Vikings. They've
No.
had long enough.
Fuck you. Oh yeah, well you had glory days and you squandered them.
Lower days. Oh my god, my back.
You had the best offensive line and you pissed it away. Now
He
it's
did
time
piss
for
it
our
away.
turn to have a good offensive line.
I want another good offensive line.
No. Scotty Miller says he could beat Tyreek Hill in a foot race. And he said, I'd take me every day of the week when asked who would win. And Tyreek tweeted, hell of a good player. Good for him. And then Mahomes called it an interesting take.
I really like how honestly like professional and sportsmen like the like Mahomes and Tyreek are being. And Scotty Miller's just going full like I'm faster than that motherfucker.
Hey, maybe he is.
I would not put my money on Scotty Miller. I
Why?
would put
Because
my
he's
money on
white?
Tyreek Hill. No, because I've seen Tyreek Hill can outrun everybody on a football field. I have not really seen that from Scotty Miller.
Oh yeah. Well, you haven't seen. You know what though? Hey, but you haven't even seen Scotty Miller run against Tyreek though. It's different.
Also, anybody who's just like I'm better than this guy automatically makes me think that they're not better than this guy. Mike said they should settle this after school in the playground. Honestly, I'm kind of hoping they do a pre-Super Bowl race or a post-Super Bowl race.
Yep. Yep. I agree. Stop it, CBS Sports. You.
Man, we don't
He ran a
really have-
4.39. He ran a 4.39, and Tyreek Hill has never run under a 4.9.
Interesting. Is that true? I don't think that's true. The way you're looking makes me think that's not true.
He
Like,
what the fuck? 40-yard dash doesn't have it. Cool. Oh, 4.29.
That's
Oh,
pretty
that's
fast.
cool. They have it in it's 19.07 miles per hour. That's awesome. But he didn't even lift, bro.
Meh.
Anyway, I thought that was funny.
Yeah. That came out of nowhere today when I saw that. I was just like, why the fuck is Scotty Miller running his mouth? You know, like, Tyreek Hill is proven. Scotty Miller, to me, isn't really proven.
Scotty Miller, isn't he a rookie?
I don't know. I thought he was on the team last year.
All I know is that Tom Brady loves his white wide receivers.
He does love his little white wide receivers.
I love it. I love it every time, every single time. There's a good white wide receiver, and it was on display. It was on full display. Uh, this past game because it was Tony Romo who's like Scotty Miller. He's a great player like Julian Edelman, Wes Welker.
Tom Brady loves his white dudes.
Insert white wide receiver name.
Yep. Yep.
Every time there's a good white wide receiver, they just compare them to other white wide receivers. Cole Beasley, he's great. He's like a Scotty Miller or like a Wes Welker or like a Julian Edelman.
He was broken. He was playing with a broken fibula, apparently.
Yeah, for like more than just that last game.
Yeah, that's insane.
Who's the white guy that they draft that the Cowboys drafted to replace their white guy? They replaced Cole Beasley with another white guy. Who is it?
No, I remember they drafted Ryan Switzer.
Yeah. Yes.
But Switzer got traded to the Steelers.
Oh, before Beasley left?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, they drafted a white guy to replace their white guy, and then that white guy couldn't hack. Didn't live up to the expectations of a white wide receiver, so they had to cut him.
Damn it.
So, yeah.
I also poured a glass of this in your glass, so quiet woman.
He joined the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in May of 2019.
Oh, so was he an undrafted free agent, or was he just a free agent?
He was drafted in the 6th round.
By who?
The Buccaneers.
Oh. Oh, that would make sense, May. Never mind. Jesus Christ.
And he went to Bowling Green.
Oh.
So there you go. Actually, last year he only had 13 receptions, but he had 200 yards and a TD. So a little bit better this year, but I wonder if Tom Brady leaves after this game or after the Super Bowl, does Scotty Miller just kind of like fade into the distance?
Dude, who do they have quarterbacking that team next year if Brady leaves? I fully expect Brady back next season. I don't know.
I mean, he probably will be.
Mike, do you think Brady's gonna be back next season?
Mike.
How many years did he? What was his contract?
I don't know.
I'm gonna look that up. Talk amongst yourselves, gang.
Oh man, yeah, dogs is what Michael says.
Okay, so he signed a 2-year, $50 million contract with virtually fully guaranteed at signing, with a $9 million contract, with $9 million in incentives. So he's got 1 year left on his contract. So
How much money?
50 million.
50? 50? How are they affording this?
On top of Evans, Godwin, Fournette, Rojo.
Well, just think about
JT,
Shaquille Barrett.
Yep.
Think about all the fringe players that should cost a lot of money too, like Cameron Brate.
For a quarterback of Brady's level, $25 million a season is not that much.
Brate, Gronkowski.
Yep. Oh, which by the way, kudos to Gronkowski. Did you see that catch and run that he had? Like, he looked fucking quick. He looked like young Gronkowski.
I think Gronkowski, the year off did him well to heal up and stuff. And he's still got plenty of football in him.
Yeah, man, I'm full on rooting for the Bucks, man. I really want to see a Bucks championship. Chiefs won it last year. Let's have a Bucks championship.
I don't know. I almost feel I kind of want the Chiefs to win because I have friends that are Bucks fans, and they are and I want them to win for them. I also I just like Tom Brady. I almost feel like I like him as like a person.
I don't know if I go that far.
I don't know. I just think I do. Like there was a moment where he, like I said, I was talking about this earlier, where his son came down after the game and he just went to talk to him. It was a video that was on Twitter and stuff, and it was just like a moment that was caught that wasn't like a staged moment. It wasn't set up. He just saw his son in the crowd after the game and wanted to talk to him and just like, you know, it was just like a nice moment between a father and son. I don't know. I liked it. And he just seems like a nice person. I don't know. It just seems too good to be true. He was on that show with what's his face?
Living with myself.
Yeah, where it was funny. Oh man, it was so funny. He didn't do anything, right? He just like said, "Oh, I've been here 6 times," and just like, it was just funny. I don't know, like he did that, and I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know what to think.
I think I want Brady to win one. I want him to win this, and then I want him to be like, that's it, and then retire. But honestly, like, I don't want him to retire because I think he's got one more season in him, which is insane at someone who's playing at his level, who has played for as long as he has, and is as old as he is. Like, man, it's insane. I kind of love Tom Brady, and I don't know what it's going to be like to not have Tom Brady in the NFL.
That's what I felt like when Manning left. I didn't know what it was going to be like after Manning. And think about the hits. No Phillip Rivers, no Drew Brees. Then there'd be no Tom Brady. It's already going to be weird enough without Drew Brees.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel like Phillip Rivers, honestly, I feel like Phillip Rivers is like 2 years overdue for retiring. I just kind of feel like
I feel like Drew Brees was like a couple of years too.
Yeah, like that would and really Brady same way, but Brady's still playing at the level where he's playing better than 15 other quarterbacks in the league or 20 other quarterbacks in the league. And
technically, you could say 31. He's the only one still. He's the only one of two still left standing.
Yeah, I don't know, like. Man, that team's scrappy. Their defense, though, I don't think they're gonna hold up against that Chiefs offense. I think their offense. I think the Bucks offense is gonna have to be fucking just lights out.
The good thing, the cool thing, the reason why I like the Chiefs, right? And it's not just like, the Chiefs. I don't know. It's just they find creative ways to make plays. They have people on their team that are not necessarily like positional players. They're just good all around athletes. And they just find ways to get the ball in their hands. Like Travis Kelce's a tight end, but he was second in the league in yardage for any wide receiver / tight end. He was like for yards. Because they use him like a wide receiver. He's a tight end, but he can also be a tight end. You have Tyreek Hill who can be like run out of the backfield. But you could also just slant him and have him go. Just get the ball in his hands and let him do his thing. Mecole Hardman's the same way. They have just like, and then you have these plays that they have where he'll hike the ball, take 2 steps to the right, and then freaking Kelce comes into the right from being a blocker on the line, and he just shovels the ball at him. He just like does one of these, and he just grabs it and falls in the end zone. I mean, they just have so many ways to score.
Yeah, which kind of then brings us to the argument of why hasn't Eric Bieniemy been offered a head coach position? Every head coach position has been filled now. The Texans just hired Ravens assistant coach David Culley, and so like once again,
that pretty much seals
in a row, Eric sleeping with Bieniemy is being passed up, and I do not understand why. Apparently, he interviewed with the Eagles, and his interview was bad. So maybe he just does not interview well.
He needs to come home.
Where's home?
The Vikings.
Do you want him to replace Zimmer?
I want him to be our offensive coordinator to
Oh, hey, Kubiak
to-
retired.
to replace Zimmer once Zimmer retires.
Did you see Kubiak retired?
I did see that. Yeah. So Eric Bieniemy was the running backs coach with Adrian Peterson. So then he moved on from the Vikings to greener pastures. But he's like, there's all of these like videos of how Adrian Peterson and him used to just like freaking jaw at each other like crazy on the sidelines. But the reason they were doing it because they were like, they weren't mad at each other. They just had that kind of relationship where they were just like, getting after each other. And Bieniemy was just always yelling at Peterson to like pump him up and like, get him going. It's pretty fascinating. But I miss him. I miss him. Instead, in that era, we had like Brad Childress and like fucking Leslie Frazier, and who, by the way, Leslie Frazier is doing wonders in Buffalo.
Oh man, that's Lord. He just got hired with someone else, I thought.
Leslie?
Yeah, I thought so. Maybe not.
No,
Maybe he was on the short list for Texas.
Texans. Yeah, that's what it looks like.
Oh God.
He's a defensive coordinator for the Buffalo Bills. You all right, dog? You gonna make it?
No, my back hurts. I need to get up and move around, but I'm not gonna yet.
Well, why don't we just talk about the Pro Bowl and get the fuck out of here?
Yeah.
Okay, so the Pro Bowl I thought might have been a fun thing, but I think it's gonna suck balls.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna pay attention to it.
I am not either. I've decided. So here's what's going on. All this week, starting yesterday, which was Tuesday the 26th, there was this online social media thing called Verzuz. It was hashtag NFL Pro Bowl Verzuz. It's basically two Pro Bowl players talking shit to each other while they play highlights of their of stuff that happened in the season. Nick, we talked about it a little bit. There was a AJ Brown, Justin Jefferson one, which was kind of interesting, but was also really stupid because I watched a little bit of it and I was like, this is kind of stupid. So now, apparently, starting on the 31st, which is what, Saturday? At about 2.
Yes.
Is that Saturday or Sunday?
So today's the 27th, 28th,
It's Sunday.
30th, 31st is Sunday.
Sunday, yeah. So, starting at 2 p.m. Central Time, there will be a roundtable discussion with NFL legends, the best highlights from the Verzuz matchups, and top highlights from the season. At 4 p.m., and this is on ESPN and ABC, at 4 p.m., there is the actual Pro Bowl, quote unquote, which is apparently 8 players all playing Madden against each other.
Man, I have no interest in that shit. Like, I don't know. It might be fun to get their trash talk and stuff, but they're all gonna be they're gonna know they're being watched by a bunch of people, so they're gonna keep their language like PC.
Yeah, I mean, so it goes. Yeah, right. Yeah,
I don't care about PC. Should yes, but
and then we'll just have to be like, well, that's fucking Madden. It's fucked up.
Yeah.
I would love this if this shined a light on how fucked up Madden is.
Yeah, that would be great, but there's no way that's the case.
Yeah, they'll mask it as much as they can. Chunky Million Meals Challenge, where NFL Pro Bowlers, including Justin Simmons, Dalvin Cook, Justin Jefferson, and Madden Championship Series pros, including Rydell Joke Brito and Seamus Young Kivlin, will serve as team captains, will coach the 8 finalists competitors. Catch all the action on Monday, beginning at 3 p.m.
Jesse, what's the difference? Why aren't they just playing a game? Like, they're doing the Super Bowl, they did all the playoffs, they did the regular season. Why not just test everyone and play the fucking game?
Because 32 NFL flag participants representing each NFL team compete in a Madden tournament with Pro Bowl players. Tune in 7 p.m. Wednesday, January 7th on EA Madden NFL and Battle FY Twitch channels.
It's so dumb.
Yeah, but you got to think about it like this. The biggest Madden Championship Series event of the year, the Madden NFL 21 Club Championship presented by Snickers, is here. 32 NFL teams, 32 finalists, and $750,000 prize pool, one champion. Tune in to watch all the action in the digital gridiron in the Pizza Hut Stadium on Thursday, January 28th and Friday, 29th.
That's so stupid. It really is dumb.
But Nick, what about why don't you just get excited for a special presentation of Pro Bowl the Madden NFL 21 edition presented by Verizon? It's a Pro Bowl game like none other. Some of the league's best players grab their consoles and suit up for an AFC versus NFC Madden competition. We know these guys have football skills, but can they bring it on the virtual playing field? Be sure to tune in and find out.
It seems dumb. It seems dumb and pointless and a waste of skills.
I don't understand. I don't understand what's going on. I don't understand what's happening. Are they playing one game? Is it going to be this set of NFL players playing AFC players and are there going to be multiple tournaments? I don't understand what's happening. This website explains nothing. The only thing that I know is that things are sponsored by Pizza Hut and Verizon, and
maybe that's the plan, though. Maybe like they don't really know, and they're just like trying to figure out what they're gonna do based on fan reaction on the little things that they release.
The Pro Bowl. I'm reading all this stuff off the NFL.com like Pro Bowl site. This tells me absolutely nothing. I've heard no details. I have no idea what's going on Pro Bowl weekend. Like I just don't. I know there's like a Restore the Green thing going on for California's devastated forests, like so you can donate to help for the wildfires that happen or whatever. Just post a photo of yourself showing your NFL team or NFL Pro Bowl player swag, and make sure to add the hashtag Restore the Green. Oh, we missed it, Nick.
Restore the Green.
Hashtag Restore the Green. We didn't do it.
I should have added that in the podcast.
I
chat.
know. That's what I'm saying. Some of the posts will be reshared on the NFL social handles. Could you imagine if NFL social handles retweeted our tweet and then people actually followed the link and started listening to a podcast about glory holes?
Yeah. Mike just said what happens when their kick meter disappears.
Yeah, that's exactly what we're talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
Oh man, I hope that happens. Oh, Jim.
What happens when they go for a kick and kickoff and then their player flops?
I saw that fucking video. No one will do that. LeBron doesn't even do that, Jesse.
Mike, would you like to share a link of LeBron flopping from YouTube? Thank you.
You can find links of multiple players flopping.
25 minutes. I think it's like 25 minutes of LeBron flopping.
Has he been playing for like 18 years, which makes sense? Shut up, Jesse.
I'm just saying that like some of his are just god awful, especially from someone who's supposed to be so good. You know, you shouldn't have. If you're that good, you shouldn't have to flop like he does. It's
He is. I don't think anybody can. I don't think you can deny how good LeBron James is.
Well, then why is he flopping, Nick? Why is he flopping around like a fucking flop?
I don't know.
Anyway, let's.
Bell
What
left
happened?
me.
Oh, great!
Bell left. Oh my Christ.
It was. I'm telling you, it was that glory hole stuff. Bella's like, I'm out of here. This is ridiculous. She's like, I came here for football, and this is what I get.
Yeah, she checked out.
All right, let's call it. I don't want you to die.
I'm fine.
You're gonna die, Nick.
I'm not gonna. I mean, we're all gonna die someday.
You're gonna die like now.
I don't think so.
All right, I'm calling it. I'm playing the outro. Hello?
Hello?
Hey, everyone, you can listen to this on anchor.fm or anywhere podcasts are available.
Hey, check us out on Twitch and Facebook. Pro Football Juice.
Hashtag
Juice
Juice
Nation.
Nation. Yeah, dogs. You can watch us live every time we do this on the twitch.tv, or you can watch all the older episodes on YouTube.
Yes, I would like to send a special thank you to Arcadian Brewing.
And a very special thanks to Smoking Room Films.
An extremely special thanks to the Smoke brand.
I would like to personally reach out to Emily and offer my condolences.
Oh, a special thanks to Brittany for joining
Brittany's
me.
in the house. Hashtag Brit.
Hashtag Brit with scissors.
Brit.
Brit with scissors.
All right,
Thanks to everybody who joined us on Twitch. I really like I like getting people talking to us on Twitch.
Indeed. I enjoy it as well. That's one of the highlights of the whole show.
Yes.
Peace!
Deuces. Deuces.